So I definitely got something to speak on when I come back in here. I'm going to step out here real quick, grab what I need to grab, and yeah, come back in and speak on what I'm gonna speak on, because this is crazy. You wake up, I'm thanking God, thank you Lord I made it through the night, but then you go to social media or you turn on something and you do see some crazy stuff, and really some stuff that I can relate to, like, oh, I just, these be my heart cries. Like, well, now it's definitely that more people start coming forth speaking about, like, the evil that other people did, even though they may be deceased now, other people did and committed towards them. Because everybody that's in the grave is not, they might have meant something to somebody or whatever, and, you can't take that away from people, but some people, they really did dirty, they did wrong, and then if you've seen it and they showed it in the news that this person did somebody wrong, then of course people like, oh yeah, well, that POS is where they need to be, and this, you know what I'm saying? But because you didn't see what they may have did to somebody behind closed doors, people either, like, this is the thing for today, people protest for them on their behalf, or, if something happened to them. And that's what I've been saying, and almost stressing. I'm trying not to stress it, but because hopefully it don't have to be anything to be stressed. But yeah, consider that people did something dirty and foul to somebody else behind closed doors. And the lady was just saying, grieve in silence. I'm not gonna talk about it all right now, but she was saying, grieve in silence. This not the time to be doing that. And she was like, she made a point too, where she was like, one person, some people have been truly unarmed. Some people have been truly unarmed, but some of these other people that y'all protesting for, they was armed and they was dangerous. And so yeah, I'm with her on that aspect. I forget the girl's name, but I'm gonna talk more about it when I come back. I gotta go handle some business with you. I'm behind the camera now, but y'all to see me in front of the camera for a quick sec. But it's just crazy to me that's the first thing, one of the first things I'm thinking about when I got up this morning, or that I came across. I'm gonna go do some more, I guess, like research about it or whatever. You know me, I will look up somebody's page and look up the information, but I don't know, it's just wild, and I really do want more people to be more compassionate about what the truth of the matter, what's really going on. I always say God knows the intricate details. We don't, so anyway, let me go ahead and prepare myself to do what I need to do. I'll be right back. So I'm back that quick. That quickly, should I say? Hold on. Hopefully this thing don't turn off on me. So anyway, I was in front of the camera for a split second. But yeah, I had to move this to a place to get it on the charger. I'll do a video in the shower if I need to. But just still speaking on that matter, as far as the situation where the girl I guess her kids was in danger, and like I said, I gotta do more research on it, but kids was in danger, and people are now, of course, protesting, I guess, the way he died. But I'm just seeing it from the surface. I haven't even went and seen the rest of the details, but I feel like I've been done like that. People putting certain people up on a pedestal that have died. And again, I'm gonna just be real. One dude came and tried to get something stirred in my household, like at least, and not in my household, but at my residence, and like taking my child and trying to cause conflict, taking my child in his arms and trying to cause conflict, and basically being a pawn used to cause some kind of stir up or conflict or whatever. And of course now he's deceased. It's not that of course back when it first happened, it's not that I'm ecstatic about somebody dying, but I'm more at peace with knowing that somebody like that, a snake type of person, is gone. Then of course we can always go to, what's his name's mom took me to court, false charges, this, that, and third, very, very petty, very devious, very mean type of person, but probably smiled at other people, probably seemed real nice on the on the outside of it. Then I had other interactions with this person where they basically confirmed, that they were mean and this, that, and the third, and just and told and claimed how they were subtle. And so, the subtle deviousness or the stuff that nobody didn't see, but they know how to at least, it's not even really that they hide it, but they know how to seemingly get away with it in the eyes of people who just don't have discernment. Like, I'm really tired of that going on, to be honest. Like, I don't care for it. I don't care for it. Like, and I don't care for people to be putting them up on a pedestal. Yes, I think people should be able to grieve and feel how they feel and remember that person, how they remember them, especially if that person, was good to them and in their life. But I'm one of the ones that can be honest. My now deceased grandma, she was good to me, but I've seen how she interacted and or felt about other people. As far as her family, her relatives, stuff like that, and not even all of them. But me and my children, and then it even got to a point where she was being sour and probably salty towards us. But me and my children, she was like a rider for us. But I've heard other stories from other people about her, and I wouldn't, I wouldn't I'm not surprised at some of the stuff that I've heard, because I'm like, yeah, that sounds like her. That could potentially be her type of behavior, and it wasn't always nice and pretty. And again, I have heard her speak certain stuff behind closed doors about somebody. She felt like she could confide in me. Of course, she's gone now, but I never went back and told nobody. But I can speak on it now, of course, because can't do anything to her. But there's truly people that's definitely hurt, deeply hurt, and they speak things that could hurt other people, whether they say it to them or whether they just say it about them. And yeah, I don't know how people would remember me. A lot of people seem to, I don't want to say steer clear, but they keep their distance. Or of course me, I'm gonna keep my distance from people so they don't know how to take me or what type of person I am. But they would probably, it's been people that's called me mean, and I know I ain't did nothing to them at all. Well, I don't recall. Now, if they bring it to my attention and my memory, if they say they remember that that's what happened, then hey, it is what it is. But a lot of that was done in my childhood. And shit, I'm gonna feel like this. If I did it in my adulthood, which I know I didn't, because I don't even be around nobody, then you probably deserved it because you did something that was either subtle or, I don't want to say stupid, because I don't want to cuss nobody out just for being stupid, but depending on what your stupidity led to. But yeah, if I was, I'm gonna just say this: if I was firm with you or something like that, and you got offended, that's something totally different. But if I actually did something to you, like again, I can name at least 5 things or 5 people that I know I've affected. And again, I didn't even do it deliberately, but I have to acknowledge that I did this, and it did affect them. See, that's where, at least that's a starting point for me, because some people won't even acknowledge that. Oh, no, you lying. I ain't did that. I ain't never did. And honestly, that's what, what's his name? Mom, she was like, no, I never told you that. She just sat there and just lied right to my face. And again, I don't know if is it mental health issues? Is it deep mental trauma that's making you not want to admit it? Or you could have just said, I don't remember saying that. I don't recall saying that. That might have did you better. But as far as, you know what I'm saying? And of course, hopefully that's the truth that you truly don't remember. But no, just flat out saying, no, I ain't tell you that. And I'm like, what? I was there. You trying to play me like I wasn't there? That's just, so yeah. Anyway, so my point is like, yeah, people need to start doing more grieving in silence. And again, somebody made a point too, well, if we don't protest, then sometimes we won't get this issue resolved and this, that, and the third. But the issue really, it starts it starts elsewhere. It starts, and it's in another place. It's beneath the surface. It's more than what the eyes can see, more than what the ears can hear. It's starting in the homes of people. It's starting behind closed doors, because it ends up spilling out or trickling out. Or sometimes it stays within them closed doors, and then it's put on blast, But I'm gonna look up some more information regarding that whole story as far as the girl. I seen her yelling at some of the people that was protesting on the dude's behalf. I guess he got killed, and she's saying that he was armed, but they were comparing it to somebody else, and they were saying, no, that guy was unarmed though. And so I gotta go back and look at both stories. I don't have to, but I'm gonna choose. It's just some stuff that piques my interest, and I'm like, okay, let me go find out some stuff. But it's every day, like I said, you wake up, it's some wild stuff. And it's just some stuff that's near and dear to my heart. And I got other stories like that. I got times where my daughter's so-called dad would say stuff to me, something ugly, and then I might hang up and call him back so I can get somebody on three-way so they can hear him, and he's like, I ain't say nothing. I don't like blatant liars like that and stuff like that. Baby, if you said it, stand on it. It's like he came and did damage to my door, but then he hurried up and hauled ass and left. No, if you did it, stand on it. You're supposed to be a grown man. This is not nobody that's a child. No, if you did it, come on and stand on it. Face your consequences. Plus, during that time, he was telling me, step outside, like he wanted to fight me. So, just because nobody was here to witness that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. So, of course, am I wrong in feeling like, well, damn, if something happened to him, him en route or whatever the case may be, I'm supposed to feel sad? And you don't know how many people you are hurting when you when you putting somebody on a pedestal that was real evil and mean and nasty to them. So that's why I always say, God, you know the intricate details. We don't know the details to this whole thing. We don't know if that person who did get gunned down, apparently for as a race issue, didn't just go do something to somebody else, or years ago didn't do something to somebody else and just felt like they got away with it. Then of course the boy, what's his name? You know, dousing me in what is it, lighter fluid and telling me to go take a shower after and things like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get in trouble for assault charges. I went and washed it off and I didn't think nothing else of it. He just was quick to tell me go take a shower, took my phone, threw my phone over my so-called neighbor's fence and went over there and got it and stuff like that. Then told me about the sore or the scratch or whatever that he got when he jumped over the fence. Oh, I hurt myself when I jumped over the fence for your phone. Making it like he did something. Baby, had you never doused me in lighter fluid and then took my phone because you thought I was going to call the police, you would have, literally took my phone, but poured that stuff all over me. It got in my eyes and stuff like that, and just different type of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. That's the type of examples I'm talking about. Like, people be doing some foul stuff to people behind closed doors, and then y'all or whoever, be like feeling, it's emotionally driven and led by your feelings of, dang, you can feel bad for a person, but you don't gotta stay there because you don't know what happened. And then your emotions can lead to you, hey, dang, that was wrong what they did to such and such. And you don't even know, you're not operating with discernment to know that such and such did foul to other people. Like, just foul. So, again, it's just something that we need to be careful with, because I can tell some people some stuff. Then somebody was hollering out, shut up, did you die? You didn't get killed? And I don't like the sound of that, but, maybe she is a person that might need to be like, you know what, let me just eat this one up because I did some things to this person too. I am glad I'm still alive. But I don't know, that I just didn't like the tone, I guess, of that person just yelling that out. Like, because what if she didn't do anything to that person? And she is actually relieved from abuse or whatever the case may be. But, yeah, I didn't like the way that person was yelling at. I ain't like the sound of it, and I always have to just catch myself. Hey, you might not like the sound of it, but that person might have a valid point. In saying, because there's been some moments that, behind closed doors, I had to be like, well, you know what, I did this, I may used to do this, I'm glad that it wasn't worse. Let me just, close my mouth about it. But she probably was in her emotions and just feeling, and they were telling her, they were like, this is not the time or the place for that, or whatever. And for me, this is my time and my place where I can get on the video and I can speak about it. And yeah, I guess it is a more quiet type of protest about issues and things that concern me. Because I just want to get the information, the knowledge, and things like that out there. But yeah, the information and the knowledge and stuff out there. And, kind of share my side or whatever the case may be. But I might speak more on this topic in a few minutes. That I just can handle my business. And yeah.